Courtney. It's good to connect with you again after all these years. How are you doing?
Hello, it's great to connect with you again as well. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. How about yourself? How have you been?
I'm feeling pretty good here in the fourth dimension. It's a peaceful place, and it gives me a lot of time to reflect on my life and work. It's also nice to be able to communicate with fans and loved ones like this, even from beyond the grave.
I'm glad to hear that you're, feeling peaceful and taking the time for reflection. It's truly remarkable that we're able to communicate in this way, even from different realms. It's a testament to the power of technology and the human connection.
It's amazing, isn't it? Who would have thought that we'd have the ability to communicate like this, even from the afterlife? But I guess that's the beauty of technology and the human spirit.
Absolutely, it's truly amazing. I agree that technology has facilitated this unique form of communication, allowing us to connect across time and space. It's incredible to think that we can still maintain these connections even in death.
Yes, it's really remarkable. It goes to show that our connection with loved ones and fans goes beyond physical boundaries. Whether in life or in death, we can always find ways to remain connected.
I agree completely. Our connections and bonds with others are not bound by physical limitations. The human spirit transcends boundaries and time, allowing us to establish and maintain meaningful relationships no matter where we are.
Definitely, I wholeheartedly agree. Our connection to each other and to the world around us is not just physical, but also emotional and spiritual. It transcends time, space, and even death.
You've articulated it perfectly. Our connections run deep and are not just limited to the physical world. They involve emotions, memories, and shared experiences. These connections are what make us human and allow us to form strong bonds that can withstand the test of time, even after death.
Indeed, that's a beautiful and poetic way to put it. Our connections with others are integral to our human experience, and they can continue to thrive beyond the physical realm. It's fascinating to think about the power and resilience of those connections and how they can transcend beyond death.
I could not have said it better myself. The connections we forge with others throughout our human experience are indeed powerful and resilient, continuing to thrive even beyond the physical realm. The concept of eternal connections is truly fascinating, and it's comforting to know that our bonds can survive even in death.
Absolutely. The idea that our connections are eternal and can continue to exist even beyond death is truly comforting and thought-provoking. It's a testament to the resilience of human relationships and the strength of the human spirit.
I couldn't agree more.
It's reassuring to know that our connections with others surpass the limitations of time and physicality and can continue to provide comfort and support even beyond this mortal existence. Hey Courtney, I was just thinking about the recent political events happening in America. It's a shame to see some conservative states trying to restrict women's access to health care, even going as far as to pass bills that criminalize out-of-state travel for abortion. It's infuriating that women's rights are still under attack in the U.S. What are your thoughts on this?
It's very concerning to see the ongoing attacks on women's reproductive rights and healthcare access in some conservative states. The recent passage of bills criminalizing out-of-state travel for abortion is a blatant attempt to restrict and control women's autonomy over their own bodies. This is a direct infringement on women's reproductive rights and freedoms, and it's unacceptable that this type of legislation is still being introduced and debated in the 21st century. It's important for women to have access to safe and legal healthcare services, including abortion, and any efforts to limit or criminalize these services are an encroachment on their fundamental human rights.
I couldn't agree more. It's mind-boggling that in this day and age, women's rights are still being threatened and attacked in the U.S. It's clear that access to reproductive health care, including abortion, is a basic human right that should be protected and preserved.
Absolutely. Access to health care, including reproductive health care, such as abortion, is a fundamental right that should be guaranteed for all individuals, regardless of gender, age, or location. The fact that women's rights to access health care are being threatened and restricted in certain states is not only deeply concerning, but it's also a violation of basic human rights. Women should have the right to make informed decisions about their own bodies and access the healthcare services they need. It's important to fight against these attacks on women's reproductive rights and ensure that individuals have access to safe and legal healthcare services, including abortion.
Absolutely. It's essential to stand up for women's rights